That doesn't count.
These pick'ems are quick. It's two.
It's two games. Yeah, we'll be fast.
By the way, as a reference, so if we had gotten to this segment earlier, TJ would be drinking his punishment beer. He's the only
What's
one.
the score here? Yeah.
I drank champagne.
We are the three of us are now tied for
first?
pick'ems. Yes.
Made it back. Back in the winner's circle. How's it going, Gary? It's been a while.
Didn't you start off in the winner's circle?
Yeah, for a long time, like half the season.
Can we do both of ours at the same time?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Picks?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, one side and then the other.
it puts me at a disadvantage.
Why?
Yeah, no, that's right. I'm the host. You guys
can
go
change
first.
it anytime. Oh, that's true. You can do that
All right, picking.
Chiefs and Bengals, and the 49ers and the Eagles are the two games.
I'm 49ers and Bengals. I'll just make my life easy.
Okay.
I'm irrelevant, so side doesn't matter for me.
You just confused me with that. Hold on. Oh, that's who you choose to win.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Tommy, that's how we always do it.
It's late. You made that sound confusing at first.
What? No, I didn't. You're just confused.
That's all I've had. I'm very hungry.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you for being you, Tommy.
Oh,
Well, these
fuck
guys
you, y'all
are
had
figuring it
whole
out.
dinners tonight.
No.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Even though Patty Mahomes is breaking with a broken leg, if he plays at all. The Bengals still have a shitty offensive line, and
But
that's
the
about it.
Bengals, the Bengals are Chiefs kryptonite.
Yep, they are.
All right.
Yeah.
Chiefs fold.
They do not fold. They lose by like a touchdown.
Yeah, no, I'm going actually Philly Bengals.
I'm going the same, actually. I hate saying it, but I'm picking the Bengals.
Smart man.
Because Patrick Mahomes is playing on one leg.
And then they own the Chiefs.
The Bengals have a good record against the
They
Chiefs.
just own them.
And that's when Mahomes is healthy.
Yeah.
High ankle sprains take a long time to heal, so I think he's going to be
'Cause he said
hobbled
Philly.
quite
Oh
a
shit,
bit.
that's Sam too. Wait, never mind.
So yeah, I'm picking the Bengals to win and against the
No,
Chiefs.
I meant you put Philly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, putting Philly there doesn't matter. Yeah, good.
Go ahead. Kurt.
And I'm picking the Eagles to beat the Niners because they're playing in Philly. That's big. Philly leads the league in sacks, and I think a rookie quarterback playing against a defense that leads the league in sacks.
It's that rookie has to come out of it.
Yeah. I think that has,
I'm excited about that game.
I am too.
Yeah.
I think that has the potential to be the best game of the postseason.
I agree.
I mean, they haven't been great so far. Last year was a lot more exciting, honestly.
I thought the super wild card weekend was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
This past weekend was pretty whack.
Like there was only one game that you were watching till fourth quarter, honestly.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think we're looking at a Bengals and Eagles Super Bowl.
You got to give them credit if they go back
No, I don't.
2 years in a row. God damn.
No, I really don't. They should have lost to the Ravens.
Joe Burrow, I've been saying Joe Burrow needs to throw this next game because, he needs to get a paycheck.
He ain't getting it from the Bengals.
I will give the Bengals credit if they win a Super Bowl.
Really?
I will.
Like genuine credit.
I'll say
Will you stop calling them the Bungles? I mean, they won a Super Bowl.
for a little while.
When was the last time you fuckers won a Super Bowl?
It was the last time the Bengals have won a Super Bowl.
Never.
Exactly. So
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
I mean, we won one when I was like in college.
You're old. So.
2008, 2009.
Yeah.
Tommy, it's time for your question.
Oh,
Oh, the Gertz.
Yeah.
I have no more. I don't. Oh, well, we're getting to the end of this. I
Mhm.
could scrape up some.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. This is good. Oh, damn it.
I'm just comparing Dak and Matt Stafford's playoff stats.
Okay. Did y'all have any recommendations?
Well, for a question that
A
you want
question
to
to ask them?
No, I'm being nice.
No, don't be. Go for it.
One has a much higher passer rating. I'm just saying.
Oh, shut
They
up.
had a Super Bowl trophy. Well, look at that.
I don't know what to ask this guy. What do you-
Why you
All right.
I
slobbing
can't
on Matt
figure him
Stafford's
out.
dick so much?
Slobbing, I'm just saying he's way better than Dak.
He had one good year.
That's all it takes.
My Tommy question.
Yeah. Actually, I did come up with one.
Okay.
Do you have any heroes,
Like currently or ever?
like ever?
I don't believe in hero worship.
You stop it.
No, like mentors you looked up to, or
I mean, there are people that I admire.
we'll go with that.
Let's go with the maybe a because I know you like voice acting. There's quite a different creative aspects you like. Do you have any?
Sammy just yelled Justin Roiland from the couch.
Do you have any creative, admiration for somebody, or just one of
A
those
favorite
inspirations?
director, some shit like that.
I think like
Because I agree with you with hero worship.
Yeah, same.
this like the guy that like I really admire because he's been at it for a long time and he's had a lot of shit thrown his way and he has maintained just like his talent and everyone enjoys working with him and he has not let himself become dated even though he's been in the game for a long time. Conan O'Brien. I fucking love Conan O'Brien. One, I think he's hilarious. And he's been hilarious for decades.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's managed to not become one of those old fuddy-duddy comedians that complains more than make jokes. Like, and the fact that, yeah, he has managed to stay relevant while still staying true to himself. Like, it's not like Conan O'Brien never feels phony to me at all.
Right.
That's fair.
Yeah, and he can make anything funny. I can't wait to see what he does with HBO. I have no idea what he's going to do with HBO.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows what he's going to do with HBO either. But yeah, in terms of like people that I admire, especially in the realm of entertainment, Conan O'Brien is very high up there on the list.
Next to Jimmy Fallon, right?
No. No.
Jay Leno?
No, Jay Leno gets a bum rap.
No, he doesn't.
Have you ever watched his stand-up?
Yeah, he's not funny.
It's pretty good.
I don't think
His stand-up is not bad. Like, I mean, I'm not talking
from when though.
I'm not talking about
Currently or back in the day?
He does not even do stand-up now.
yeah. I'm not
Also back in the day.
and I'm not talking about like his little like opening monologues. I'm talking
Yeah,
like
no, like back in the-
like stand-up
yeah.
sets because that dude is just machine gun fire fast. And I was like, I've always like because it's popular to rag on Jay Leno and he should be ragged on a little bit. But when I saw that, I was like, I see how you got to where you are. And I didn't know that about him. So I kind of had to like eat crow a little bit because he made some jokes that made me laugh.
Okay.
I will say 2 notes on Colbert. On Conan.
Yeah.
One, Sam, when
He's
we did
better than
top 5.
Colbert.
Well, no, when I'm not going to say that, but I do believe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we did top 5 favorite people, it was basically a heroes thing. Sam had Stephen Colbert up there, so that's kind of funny.
Colbert?
Yeah, Colbert was his number 1, actually.
Really?
I believe it was your number 1. I mean, we can go back to the footage later.
Mhm.
Either way,
I don't know. You got gotten wrong on those recently. I don't know if I can co-sign. Normally, I would, but he's kind of been good on memory so far. Kind of worried.
Other note on Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
That's one of JJ's favorite people because he wrote The Simpsons.
Yeah. That's how like one of his first big gigs. He wrote some of the best episodes.
Yes, he wrote Monorail.
Yeah, which is a classic episode.
Any heroes or people that stand out for y'all too, real quick?
No.
I mean, I have a lot, but they're just kind of like different philosophers and soldiers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I do like Richard Wright. I look up to Richard Wright. I think it's my favorite author. And Spike Lee.
I mean,
Love Spike Lee.
Hunter S.
You
Thompson.
don't like Spike Lee?
Of course, I like Spike Lee. That's like high energy.
No.
I was like, Spike Lee's a good pick. It's just he's Spike Lee. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I'm so eclectic with like reading about people and being like, I like that about them. Like it would go like all the way from like Diogenes to like Henry Rollins. Like,
Actually, I take all that back.
Because I was surprised to hear you say Spike
Spike Lee. I do love Spike Lee, but
Okay.
no, more so as a person. I do admire someone very much so.
Mhm.
And I kind of like to, I guess, maybe live my life in a similar Sidney Poitier. Love Sidney Poitier.
it's a great pick.
Yeah, I think that's just a good model of how a man is supposed to be. Basically, it's just a very
not always morally the right person, but when it comes to like if that idea of emulating people, I've always liked people that just do a lot of random shit in their life. So like
that's pretty
Arnold Schwarzenegger, like starting his own roofing company as an immigrant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then becoming a bodybuilder, then an actor,
Right.
then a governor. Like that kind of
It's
like
kind of stuck.
yeah.
And he like famously said what he was going to do and did it. He's like, I'm going to move to America.
Yeah,
I'm going to
become a
become
movie
Mr.
star.
Universe.
Yeah.
Be a movie star. I'm going to marry a Kennedy. And he did all of them.
They do all. And like, just to clarify mine, it's just like, no, just his philosophy on being a man, just treat people with respect and, you know, and treat yourself with respect. You know, always take care of yourself and your own mental well-being because that helps you, you know, take care of everything else in life. Like, it's just little things like that where he just was kind of ahead of his time and how he thought. So, yeah, he would be mine.
We know yours is Dak.
No.
Well, that's good to hear.
Drop it. From a comedic perspective, you know, I this is more of an understated, like, I wouldn't say admirate. Actually, no, like, I really like just the way he approaches things. It's probably somewhere between Greer Barnes and who's a comedian who is like lesser known, but I've always just really liked his comedic timing. I think his bandwidth of how he approaches some of his comedy was incredible and kind of like inspired some of the way I approach it. Like from a lesser known perspective, from more like a philosophy perspective. You know what? I think about that. There's not like a person and or a thing that I guess I go by.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I guess maybe like I always like to be honest, like, you know, just like a bigger name. Like, I've always liked Terry Crews's energy.
Oh, yeah.
Like universally liked, very honest about some of the flaws he's had, and you know, has spent time investing in like his children's like passions, and it was like from a dad perspective, just hearing like all of those things. Like, he's a really smart dude.
He used to have a porn addiction, right?
Yeah, and he's talked openly about it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. In terms of like philosophy, I guess, and it's pretty specific, but one guy who I really admire in that sense is Bill Watterson, the creator of Calvin and Hobbes, because he refused to sell out Calvin and Hobbes. Like he had people.
Yeah, he did.
He had people coming at him left and right, trying to get usage rights to put Calvin and Hobbes on lunchboxes and to make stuffed tigers and T-shirts. And the only thing that I heard this, I don't know if it's true or not. At one point, he was in talks to do an animated like special or movie with Calvin and Hobbes, and he was going to be personally involved, but he was like, you know what? No, pull the plug. Because his whole thing was, if I conceived it as a comic strip, if it's not a comic strip, it does not matter to me. And if it's not a comic strip, then if it doesn't matter to me, then it's useless, and I'm not gonna waste time and energy on it. And I
like that.
Yeah, I really admire him for sticking to his guns in that. And as someone who works in a creative field, I admire it all the more.
Sells out on the daily.
Yeah. I literally, my profession is to be a creative form.
Yeah.
If he was still around, I'd actually be interested to see if that more animated theme would resonate true today, since there's more techniques and different options.
Yeah.
To bring that sort of style to life.
Right.
They probably would have done the same thing they did with like the Peanuts movie.
Yeah.
Which I think is like, because I can imagine being like, oh, like you fundamentally, especially with Calvin and Hobbes, it's a lot of white space. You have to fundamentally change the foundation of how you approach this.
And he's still around. He just like, he's a hermit.
He's still alive?
Oh yeah. He lives in like the middle of nowhere in Ohio. And he used to go to bookstores and find copies of Calvin and Hobbes, like collections, and he would sign them, and he just put them back on the shelf. It's fucking cool until he found out they were being sold on eBay. Yeah, and then he stopped doing it. He was like, "Oh, I was doing this for fans, like as like a fun thing to do."
Sell that shit.
I'm like 75% sure Cargill does that. I keep finding his books at half price books, and they're signed.
it's like
and usually when it's meant to be signed, there's a sticker on the side that's like, "Oh yeah, like this is a signed copy."
Yeah.
His don't have that.
You know, like. When you're the guy who created Calvin and Hobbes, it's charming.
Yeah.
I've never met Cargill. Cargill, I don't know if a lot of people know who you are, man. I don't want to sound like a prick.
If you're buying it.
I just thought about myself going to the store and being like, damn. That was some hot shit.
Right, dude. It's a little... Come on, man. Like,
It might make somebody's day. They don't know what the hell's going on.
emphasis on might.
Big emphasis on might. Yeah.
I mean, you're
There's a
buying his book.
35% chance that'll make somebody's day.
I guess. Like, are they buying it because they know he wrote it though, or are they buying it because it's like, hey, I wrote this book. I read this book. You should check it out. Like, I don't know.
Because that would
really
be so
goes
like
a long
to
way
my
around
many
Right.
fans who happen to pick up this
Calvin
book.
and Hobbes was in national syndication. Like,
It's a big deal.
Everyone saw it every Sunday morning.
I'm on the I don't disagree. Then I could be like, okay, you know, so in some essence, like, hey, like I want to give some love to those fans who are actually looking out for me. Let me sign that book.
Yeah.
But then I'd probably do that in like the batch, the first 100, and say, hey man, those first people who signed up, I got y'all.
You know what?
But I did that before release.
I've never met Cargill. I'd love to meet him at some point. I hope Cargill, if you ever see this, you have the same energy for Sinister 2 on DVD. Sign that, man. Go for it, dude.
I've seen him defend that, so that's about it.
Then sign it. Then go for it.
Sign it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I really can't get over just being like, yeah.
I know.
This is not towards just him. I'd be like, I'm just thinking about it as
the
a concept.
in general.
Yeah. It's not just towards him because I've never met him. But
Yeah, I haven't met him either. I don't like it's not towards. This
All
is
I said
towards
is
the
I
concept.
picked up a book and it was signed on the front page, and it didn't have the sticker on the side.
Well, I hope Cargill watches this so he knows that he really didn't make your day.
Yeah.
But there's a 35% chance that he did. So, yeah, you know, it's a possibility.
Marcos
Yeah,
I
cried.
do read it. No, I
Marcos cried in the store.
I read two. I read 2 out of 3 of his books. I am sad on that note that he won't finish his first fucking series, though.
Oh yeah, I didn't know he had a series go.
Is it
Why?
because he's preoccupied writing movies?
I don't know. I don't know him well enough to answer that question, A or B. I just know that he has a fantasy book series. He wrote the first one, decided it was going to be a 3-book thing, and then has only done 2.
Are there any authors like where if you like, oh man, I wish I had their signature on one of their books?
Hunter S. Thompson.
I would have said J.K. before the plague,
Right? Yeah.
before the downfall. Like straight up.
I feel
signature?
like David Wong is up there, but he's also very attainable because he was a cracked writer that started writing books.
Okay.
Honestly, this is more of a manga. I'd take well, this is a manga, but Akira Toriyama, not Akira Toriyama, Ichiro Oda for One Piece.
Okay.
Like literally, you understand how he is such a like fan-driven person.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he answers some wild questions. Like if someone was like, you know, fucking 2 penises running in the series. like he'll answer questions like that. But he also like did a whole hand drawing for like the French president because France loves One Piece that much. Like,
Yeah.
so like he is like super into his fans, and so like,
Heroes dropping a big request with Stanley.
but yeah,
And
I would
just to go back to the previous topic because I don't want to leave these people hanging. Hex Texan says his heroes are his dad, Ronnie James Dio, and Danny Trejo, and then Rakim says his mom.
cop out answers. I love my mama. She's always gonna be number one, but that's not the point. It's about them heroes we know.
Yeah. If I could get Terry Pratchett, who's dead, or Neil Gaiman to sign my copy of Good Omens, I'd be like, oh hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, dead people count. You could stumble across that in a bookstore.
Yeah.
I have a friend with the signed Neil Gaiman poster or book, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it'd be real. That's a whole different. I just think it'd be really cool to like thinking about signatures, just thinking about those things immortalized, like how cool it is to just have
Brandon
that piece
Lee
where
was
you're
my
like, yeah, it's like because it's also a memory for some people. If I had something signed, I don't think I just want it to like be picked up.
Yeah.
Unless it's the case of the Calvin and Hobbes. Where like it's like kind of like secret and like that's just not what he does normally.
Like if I found one of those, I would have kept it.
Yeah.
I would have sold it.
Yeah, I think that's what he had in mind, and because when
commerce,
capitalism, bitch. Yeah. But like I would want if I could get these things signed, I would definitely want them like in person or something, just for that opportunity. Like this is a memory I had, and this is something immortalized.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I would feel really special if I went to a bookstore and pulled out a Calvin and Hobbes collection and Bill Watterson's signature was in it. I'd be like, oh shit, I'm buying this and keeping it.
And then I'd be like, y'all niggas didn't know, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, he made Calvin and Hobbes. He didn't make Dilbert.
That guy sucks.
Yeah, that guy will suck.
Yeah,
and I think Dilbert's funny, but like I know Scott Adams would be like, oh yeah, I'd sell that shit.
Yeah.
What's the name of the writer? Brian Walters?
For Calvin and Hobbes?
Yeah.
Bill Watterson.
Bill Watterson.
To end off the show, let's see it on eBay.
Yeah.
Oh, so if they have any on there?
Yeah, if they have any more on there.
There you go. Kurt, we'll get you one.
We ain't getting you shit.
Holy
Oh, fuck.
$6,000, bro. You want to sell your car?
There's one on there for $9,000.
Damn, that's worth more than my car. Yeah, there's one there for $9,000.
Yeah, man.
What are those 1699s there?
Dude, those are not even written by him. That's Jesse Jackson, bro.
Dude.
When you get to that, Kurt, you want to autograph Jesse Jackson book?
Scroll back up a little bit. Like, yeah, dude, the Buffalo Bills don't have enough cap space for that book. Oh, man.
That's wild. Well, thank y'all. Show's fun.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, hey, look, I'm allowed to get frustrated. No, I'm not even mad at him.
Hey, bro,
I'm mad at him.
Mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you.
Oh, okay.
I was about
I'm
to
mad
say,
at you.
at least Dak isn't playing next week. So
that's true.
And he never will be.
Y'all need to stop. Let me go. End the show.
You wanted to talk about the Cowboys.
Last couple weeks ago was my torture episode. This is yours.
Every week's my torture episode.
Come back on Thursday. We're having the Mexcellence. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you all for coming out.
And one more thing.
And another.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody.
This is the pre-show nonsense. We're a little off. I don't know. I guess we're still food comoed out from Saturday at this point.
Man, that took a while for that.
Yeah, that was rough.
Bro, I got home and I tried to stay awake. My body said, nigga, good night.
Man, I've never been so tired. It was ridiculous. I think when I had COVID was the last time I was that tired.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how
it was good.
Deep that meat coma was. It was very good.
I had Popeyes afterwards.
I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm not
I did
lying.
get hungry, but I didn't eat. It was just one of those things where
I did too, and I was just like, that's irresponsible. I can't eat.
No, I was hungry at about 11:30. That was the problem. I was like, well,
yeah.
now it's just unhealthy food. I don't want it.
Just Taco Bells and Jack in the
I
Box.
woke up and I was like, I just need something that is carb and not meat. I was like, I don't know what that can be, but I mean, in the air fryer.
I might have been one of the few people that like got 3 servings of vegetables that day.
And
I ate 2 salads.
I got my first plate. I made sure it looked pretty.
That's a big deal for Tommy. 2 salads.
They were seasoned, but still.
That's
Good
more
baby steps.
That's 2 more salads than Tommy has ever eaten.
In my life, I've never eaten 2 salads in one go.
So
like, that was new.
We went to a meat buffet, Rakeem. There is the most expensive meat.
Well, Brazilian steakhouse. Let's class it up a bit.
I mean,
it is just a meat buffet. It's a glorified meat buffet.
Actually, time out. If you call something meat buffet, that don't sound as nice as Brazilian.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as nice.
Sounds like
You're right.
I was at a meat buffet. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, meat buffet sounds more appealing. That's my basic ass taste, though.
No, see, here's the thing. In Austin, Brazilian steakhouse sounds more tempting. Mm-hmm. In LaGrange, Texas, meat buffet sounds way more appetizing. You know?
Yeah, it's like different dialogue.
I might open one of those.
Same shit, just meat buffet.
It's not grade A meat, but it is meat.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're opening a sirloin stockade?
Yeah.
Not
a notch below, a golden corral. Essentially,
it might not be good, but at least there's a lot of it.
That's the new motto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your guys' favorite thing that we ate there?
Outside of just the bacon being superior.
That bacon,
that bacon was
ridiculous.
They had bacon wrapped pork and that just as a concept is devilish to me. But the candied bacon, the bacon wrapped anything, good God. I don't know where they pulled that from. Shit was great. But I think my favorite thing was, honestly, the lamb. The lamb was really good.
The lamb was good.
Lamb was good. I like the bacon wrapped chicken, probably.
Mine was the sirloin, but it's a certain sirloin because some that they cut were too fatty, and some was like, this is just perfect.
Right.
Yeah. Mine. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, definitely went 3 little bears on those steaks. It was like, this one's too fatty.
Yeah, because we could.
Yeah.
They weren't gonna stop. I mean, there was a lot of good stuff. My favorite was the pork wrapped in bacon. That shit was, like TJ said.
They kept coming around with that one.
Yeah. Like it got to a point like when we ate so much meat, like at least I became very more selective about like.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, it's like so like there was a point when they were bringing around like steak. I was like, nah, no more of that. And then as soon as the pork and bacon guy came, I was like, you come here.
hey.
Yeah, I literally said, I've been waiting for you. Thank you very much.
Now, okay. So you know how there might be stories or situations where you've heard places or buffets being like, whoa, you guys are eating too much, or like, for certain groups of people. That did not happen at a Brazilian steakhouse.
No.
These motherfuckers,
they
came at you. They were aggressive.
A table full of big ass dudes, and they were just like, "Oh, we know how to handle this."
They blitzed us. They really blitzed us.
I remember this in training.
Yeah. It was like when we flipped over our cards, they were like, challenge
It was 5.
accepted.
It was like 5. Just here. You want this?
Yeah.
Like, no, okay.
It was like they were insulted by the color green.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what? Green? Fuck that.
He was like, I see that empty spot on your plate. I was like, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
I didn't ask.
Yeah.
Nah, you gonna get your fill, and they gonna
Pretty
make sure
quickly.
they feed you.
Yeah.
They take go very seriously.
Yeah.
Still feel like that's cheaper. The way they operate,
Yeah,
it's a buffet, but you don't have the choice. You do what they say do.
Yeah.
Essentially.
But I mean, they like, and hey, that's actually fair because hey, there might be times where, like, hey, let's say it's the end of the night, and they're like, hey man, we don't want to roast up some of the fancy shit. Just keep on rotating.
Yeah.
Some different cuts of meat. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
Which is true because after a certain point, I was like, I'll take beef.
Yeah.
I don't really care which one you give me.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great time. Drinks were great. We had some great drinks too.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
You guys had fun there.
It was kind of funny because we went out that day and it was just kind of like Sam's paying for food, so it's initially my brain was like, I'm not going to spend a lot, and then I just went overboard on drinks. Like I was like, you get a shot of tequila, and you get a shot of tequila.
I had some fancy water.
They did.
They literally.
Yeah, no, actually, that's about like we were eating this high class meat, drinking these high class drinks, and then we had one bottle of water. Sam said, "No."
We'll do tap from here on out.
They didn't charge us for it, so they got it.
Oh, nice. Good.
Yeah.
That nigga said, "No more."
It was actually, no, they did. It was $12.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought
they
they.
charge us. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You guys ever had a $12 bottle of water? Taste about the same?
Where was it from again?
Oh,
It was Italy.
Evian.
Italy?
It was Italy, Italian spring water.
It tasted like LaGrange water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not good.
I want to go to the Grange with the water.
Oh, it tastes terrible.
It was
actually. Take that back, actually. No, I don't want to do that.
It was secretly Dasani all along.
No, that's LaGrange water. There you go. That's better. Yeah. If you go to the local Dairy Queen, they will recommend you do not get a fountain beverage. Dead serious, they will, because the water's that terrible. It tastes awful.
I've never understood the hatred for Dasani. I don't know.
It tastes like
It has
piss.
a metallic taste. That's the thing.
Does
Yeah.
it? Like,
Yeah, it really does.
It tastes like, like when it rains and it's trash floating, like
I
a
was nesting
runoff. That's
Pure
what
Life.
Dasani tastes like. Yeah,
trash water.
trash water.
No, I mean, I would have invested a little more into that water because we had to drink a shit ton of water
Oh, yeah.
because your body
lot
was
of
just it was sodium. It was
Yeah.
The cheese rolls, whatever the
no. Oh,
those were
I forgot
okay.
about
No,
that.
look,
shits were delicious.
Yeah.
man, fuck that meat, them bread.
You were asking for carbs.
Yeah.
That's, dog, that shit was like a cream puff with cheese.
Yeah.
It was. It really
delicious.
was.
Know what makes carbs better? Cheese.
It was like
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I couldn't
They
even
go
tell what type
together
of
like
cheese it was, and the way that they did it, it was like it was really
they
good.
go together like Sonny and Cher. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It was like a bougie ass Cheeto. It was delicious.
It tasted like a Cheez-It.
yeah. A little
Nobody
bit,
ordered
yeah.
dessert, Rakeem. No.
I don't even think they had a dessert menu.
They did. They asked.
Oh, they
And
did?
we were like, get the fuck out of our faces.
Bro,
Yeah.
Did they not see us sweating at you? Moist? Like,
Flashbang we couldn't hear.
Yeah, they mean mugged us with dessert because they knew we didn't want any. It was just
Yeah.
them taunting us at that point.
it was like we serve dessert the same way we serve meat. All right, we good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
All of you who look like you've been hit with tranquilizer darts want dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, I bet that's a trick question. If we had said, yeah, we have room for dessert, someone's getting fired.
Yeah. Or they just bring out more meat.
It'd be like an old ass cheesecake from 1999. It's like no one's ever actually
No
ordered
one's gotten this far.
Didn't J&J actually like get like he just treated the bacon as dessert because it was
He
like
kind of
candied
did,
bacon,
but it was
Yeah.
like peppered candied bacon, which is it was a lot of flavor on that bacon.
Yeah, it was like brown sugar and
Yeah,
stuff.
it was like brown sugar with like pepper, and it had a kick and
was
sweetness.
really
good. Bacon flavor. It was fucking delicious.
Yeah.
I ate it with my Caesar salad, which probably wasn't there. I put ranch on top of that bacon and ate it.
I mean,
Dead ass, and it was delicious.
well, they had it like on the corner next to the salad, just so
It's right there.
just so you remembered, like, oh, now you know where you are.
I need bacon on my Caesar. I need candied bacon for this Caesar salad that's drenched in dressing. Yeah.
And to be honest, it wasn't even like they had a bunch of vegetables. It was kind of like cold meats and cheeses.
Well, they had like whole ass pineapples and kiwis, and I didn't know if we could take those. 'Cause I would have.
No, you couldn't.
No, I
just
don't know.
like decoration?
I feel like with that customer service, someone would have cut up a pineapple if I asked them to cut up a pineapple.
No shit.
They had slices of pineapple there.
Did they?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I want them to cut one up.
They had slices of it.
No,
Like,
I want
had
that
some.
whole one right there to be cut up at my table.
Half of the vegetable thing was a charcuterie board of just meat and cheese.
Oh,
you
yeah.
are right.
Yeah.
It was a straight up charcuterie board. I had some pepperoni in there.
Nah, because
It was chorizo, not pepperoni.
No, was it chorizo?
Yeah, it was chorizo.
It tasted like pepperoni.
It was delicious.
It was really good. It was some good stuff.
nah, they had a what was it? When I was getting drinks, I got a drink for Sam. He wanted a Jameson ginger ale. Thank you. And they didn't have ginger ale. They found some. Like, I'm not even kidding you. He was like, we don't have ginger ale here, and I was like, totally fine. I'll give you. And he's like, no.
There's a trick
I'll
to
find
make ginger
some.
ale.
Open Sprite.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't even that.
Oh, they didn't
No,
do that
he
trick?
he got a can from in the back from Brazil. Wow, I'm not even
In the
kidding
back
you.
for Brazil.
Like, that shit was in Spanish. I said, the fuck is that? He was like, don't worry about it. Started mixing his drink.
It's what you want. That's what it is.
You want that flavor. But no, I'm pretty sure they would have cut up that pineapple for you.
I'm pretty sure they would have.
They already had sliced
I don't
pineapple.
give a flying fuck, Gertz. How much did you pay for that? What was the final bill?
Don't ask. We're not gonna.
Better
tell
if you
that.
don't know.
Yeah.
Just the audience.
Yes, that,
Yeah,
Thank you,
that was made
audience.
possible from the donations that we got from the Twitch stream. So thank you
That's
for
how I
that.
pay them.
But bottom line, if it was that much, you cutting up this goddamn pineapple and throwing some kiwis, goddamn it.
But no, I think the funniest thing about it was so with the different cuts of meat, I mentioned this at the restaurant. The different cuts of meat, they ask you how you want it cooked. And there's only medium rare. There's
Yeah.
only rare and medium rare.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Because how else would you get
I was waiting for someone to ask for well because that's when we were like
That's
they
when they
stabbed you with
kick
that knife.
Yeah, they take you out back.
Because there is no well done on that entire steak at all.
Somebody asked for medium at the table, didn't they?
Yeah, no, medium is about as deep
did
as it
too, yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Because I asked for medium rare, and one of my cuts was still mooing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know,
so-
that nigga looked at me like, I said, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
Fine,
eat
right?
this meat.
I had the same thing where it's like, oh, medium rare, and that shit was red. Like red as hell.
He said, yeah, medium
You do,
ass
yeah,
nigga. You gonna eat that
It was
steak.
like someone else bled on it.
Random question that's almost a conversation change. Did you end up watching Puss in Boots afterwards?
I did.
You loved it, didn't you?
I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed Puss in Boots.
I don't know anyone who has seen it who doesn't like it.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
No, so I don't know anyone who's seen it who hasn't liked
Oh,
it.
okay.
Man,
I
I was
thought
about to.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's, that movie and Everything Everywhere All at Once is just kind of undeniably. Yeah.
I've heard a few people not care for everything everywhere. All at once.
Yeah, Martin's one
Mine
of them.
doesn't count.
Martin's one of them. DJ's one of them.
DJ. Oh,
yeah.
man, I thought we were birds of a feather. Not
Yeah,
anymore.
maybe not.
No longer friends.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, hit me with this license plate. So I was like,
Have you seen Pinocchio?
No.
I've heard a
Which
lot of
one?
good
Guillermo del
one?
Toro.
the good
No.
one. Yeah.
The good one.
Yeah, it's been like 5. in the past year.
Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been an influx of Pinocchio.
I'm not sure if the math works out, Rakeem, but we are going to review The Last of Us, and but it could line up with Cocaine Bear based on the amount of episodes it has.
But
Speaking of Pinocchio, my favorite part of Puss in Boots was the cricket. That cricket
Was everyone's
it
favorite.
had me dying, man. I'm just a sucker for Jimmy Stewart impressions. But just the idea of Jiminy Cricket being accompanied with someone who has no interest in being a better person.
Oh, zero.
It's just hilarious. That's a great idea. So yeah,
he's like,
crack
you're
me-
evil.
Yeah.
like clearly.
I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think you don't appreciate the value of a life. You're losing a lot of men. Aren't you going to help them?
What I respect is that, you know.
By the way, those posies were legitimately horrific.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You see a lot of people like die in horrific ways.
No, that's what I was saying. It was like, first of all, they really treaded the line with that PG. Because I said,
Yeah.
all right, after a certain, I feel like this movie's for me. Fuck you, kid.
I feel like they were like, what good has DreamWorks done since fucking Shrek? Nothing. No one cares about
Actually,
it.
well,
no.
the bad guys.
I rep DreamWorks way more than Disney.
The bad guys just came out.
Oh, that's true.
And that was a
but I feel like they were kind of in the same boat as Puss in Boots, to where I think they were just like, I mean, we are bottom of the barrel at this point. Like every other, animation
I mean, the thing
company has
is
kind
that
of surpassed
whenever
us.
they get something good, they just make too many sequels of it. Like
Make
Kung
a
Fu
million
Panda 1 is
sequels.
good. Kung Fu
Shrek is
Panda,
Shrek is good.
Actually, no,
yeah.
I'm going to need you to stop there. All three are good. Calm down.
Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, but then it has a TV show. Are you going to say the TV show is good?
That's not
That's
DreamWorks.
garbage.
No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about some Star Wars VeggieTales type shit. No.
Where everyone crosses their arms.
Yeah.
That's true.
Kung Fu Panda 2 is the Godfather Part 2 of Cartoon Bear movies. Kung Fu Panda 2 is fucking awesome.
I
Really
actually
good.
really like that one.
Yeah.
I was underselling it.
Wasn't Rango DreamWorks?
No, Rango is Nickelodeon.
That's Nickelodeon.
Oh, Paramount guy.
Yeah, we don't talk
I
about
was about to say.
What are they doing?
Because I was thinking, because Puss in Boots, this newest one, I don't know if it's my favorite DreamWorks movie. It's up there, though.
Like, should be.
I don't
What
know,
else would
man.
be? Megamind?
No, I'd say Kung Fu Panda 2, the first How to Train Your Dragon.
I forgot all about
shit.
those. Holy
Yeah.
hell, yeah.
You're very wrong, Tommy.
Well, I mean, lately.
Because I rewatched.
Lately, they haven't done it much.
Like
Bad
these-
Guys was the.
Bad Guys was the kind of research.
Yeah.
Because I rewatched How to Train Your Dragon like Sunday or Monday, the very first one.
See, that's what I mean
That
by
movie's
too
great.
many. They have 3 How to Train Your Dragons and probably 2 TV shows, actually.
Yeah, and
It's a lot.
I never saw the third one. I
didn't either.
They stay pretty consistent.
I never saw Kung Fu Panda 3 because I heard it wasn't as good. And the same thing with How to Train Your Dragon 3. Because I thought Kung Fu Panda 2, I like it more than
How to
the
Train Your
first
Dragon
one.
3 is actually pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought Kung Fu Panda 2 was better than the first one. I thought How to Train Your Dragon 2 was still good, but not as good as the first
Was
one.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs DreamWorks?
No, that's
No.
Sony.
Yeah. Oh, so
Sorry, I didn't mean to mention.
they get them all. I mean, if it ain't Pixar, you kind of get them all mixed up.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing. And I think that when other animation studios do it well, they just nail it back. I don't look out.
Oh, that's right.
Yo, Puss in Boots.
Boss
they don't
Baby.
need some. They don't need
Boss
some.
Baby was them.
Yeah. right.
That's why I lost respect for him. I knew it was a reason.
Boss Baby ain't great.
It ain't good.
No. And it's 5 of
ain't
those.
great,
Yeah,
ain't
you're
good.
at a TV show, so you're right.
Nah, but with Puss in Boots, I said, man, they had the Inside Out little girl going through all the different motions. I saw a cat go through a panic attack, and I said, that's the realest interpretation of a panic attack I've seen on a screen.
Yeah.
I said, now I was like,
For adults.
get that dog
I
in
mean,
there.
there's legitimately blood
Yeah.
in this movie.
It's PG the way like the first Gremlins is PG. We're like, is it PG?
It's that
90s
It's that early
Yeah.
80s
Yeah.
PG.
Before
Yeah.
PG-13 existed.
Right,
It's
right.
that kind of PG.
Now,
Temple
Yeah.
of Doom PG.
No, what I like is like, because there's a lot of times they'll skirt away from certain themes, and spoiler, there is someone who's like, no, I'm here to kill you.
Yeah.
No if, ands, buts,
Yeah.
no different words for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for that ass.
Right.
That's it. I'm
And-
like, oh my God.
And it's like, why does he want to kill him? He doesn't like him being alive. Like that's his motivation. Like, I don't like you being alive. Like that's it.
There's no other.
None. And it works.
It's as simple as it gets,
Yeah.
really.
Like,
It's a good movie.
He's not even the only bad guy either. Like,
No, yeah.
No, and they didn't. And the other part is, I was just impressed. They made sure they were like, there's no redeeming qualities. There's no turnaround.
Yeah.
There's
No.
that motherfucker
What
don't
you
give
see
a
is
shit.
what it is. Yeah.
I love that they commit that this dude's a piece of shit. He is not sympathetic.
Just
He is
keep going with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Disney used to do that. I miss
They always did.
I miss
and
piece
they would
of shit
kill them.
villains. Yeah. I miss piece of shit villains like Jafar and Ursula
But
and Scar.
Jafar was okay.
Jafar's great.
Yeah.
Jafar's hilarious.
But he did deserve to die. But he,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't because he
Yeah,
came
but-
back for part 2.
He
but now
dies in part
Disney
2.
makes
He does.
prequels to those bad guys. It's like, well, this
Yeah.
is why they were bad, though.
I hate that. Like
Who was Tarzan's villain?
Clayton.
That motherfucker got it.
Oh,
bad.
You're like, whoa.
I think that's what Disney was like. We should probably pull back a little bit.
Nah, because I mean, I'd even
I saw that
say
shit when I was 9 years old. And I was
You're like, fuck.
nah, because
damn.
Disney be doing that. But I think that the problem is Disney saves that for their like 2D animated
Yeah.
like stuff, because I would even say Princess of the Frog, which is more recent.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, like that was a horrific scene.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
got dark.
Like, cause it was like Chippy Love, like
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
colorful
got
New Orleans.
dragged into the underworld, like dead ass. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
There's
They put
We'll
a
be
drag me to
tortured
hell
for
scene in that
eternity.
movie.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
yes, it is.
He said you didn't pay your rent.
Time to
Dead
go.
ass.
I'm not crazy about the movie, but the way the villain eats it in Tangled is pretty horrific too.
Yeah. That was bad, too.
That scene, I was like, fuck.
That's
That's
probably the last one, right?
I think
Because
so.
who else had besides like Elsa and so and so's parents in that storm?
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of the new.
Now it's just parents that get it
Yeah,
bad.
they don't
Yeah.
have bad guys. A lot of the new. Like, there's no bad
Yeah,
guy in
no.
Soul.
The bad guys just
You're right. It isn't.
Yeah, they've
That's some bullshit.
they've pulled back on like villains, and that annoys me.
I don't like that.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. Like, okay, like so I say, look, you know, you have a movie like Soul where that makes sense, right? They're going for a
They
different.
can get
Yeah,
away
Soul
with
is
it.
a great.
They
movie.
could have put a they could have put a villain in there though.
No,
Nah.
the villain is
I
life,
don't
nigga.
like.
Yeah, the villain's my your aspirations can
Life
be
could have been a character
No, I don't need
that you could kill.
I don't need that.
See, we would have loved. Adults would have stood up and applauded.
No,
that would have been great.
I wouldn't. I don't want that. I
God
left that
damn
movie
it.
depressed.
Yeah,
But
kill it, just burn it all down. I guess life. I don't know.
no, but like so those are examples where I'm
Villains.
like, okay with that, but it was just nice to be on the screen and be like, I was like, all right, cool. I got one villain that I'm genuinely laughing at and I got a good time, and one that they did not make him. There was no funniness to him,
Right, he's very serious and threatening.
and he's a real threat every single.
Yeah.
I think the time where it really clicked for me was when motherfucker just shows up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doesn't even say anything.
He just cause that nigga suck.
They had a villain that like they had a sympathetic one where you're like, oh, I get what they're about and I sympathize with them. They had one that's just like a force of nature, and they have one that's hilarious. So like
You
they
get
do
all the flavors.
Yeah, they do a really good job of giving all of them the right amount of screen time. And I really like how there's a sequence where you see what each character really wants to wish for, and they end on the most selfish shit. Every other character, you're like, oh man, they're like, yeah, that sucks. I get why they want this, and then they end with the way I was just like, I want this because I'm a piece of shit.
He was like,
Is that
man,
so bad?
it sets it up like, man, think about, how'd you even get to this point? He's like,
Yeah.
man, my life ain't that bad. And I still want it.
That's great. It's like I had stability, loving parents, useless crap like that.
Entire empire doing Eric. Fuck that. I don't have this.
Yeah.
Your quote seems a lot wiser when Key puts it in the chat, TJ.
What's up?
It's
The villain is life.
Yeah.
nigga. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Put it on a t-shirt, Key.
What do you think? I mean, what's the front runner for best animated feature? Didn't
Pinocchio.
It's
like-
Pinocchio, I think.
No, it's Pinocchio and Puss in Boots.
Pinocchio's
The
good.
problem with Puss in Boots is
I don't think Puss in Boots got nominated.
It did.
It
did?
did
Oh,
for the
sweet.
Oscars.
no. So the problem with Puss in Boots, what I think happened was, and I've seen a lot of film critics say it, they had no interest beforehand of going to see the movie,
Right.
And it's kind of like a rubber band of like,
Yes.
now granted, I call like I have Carfax. You can run it back. I said I thought it looked good from an animation perspective, but
Yeah.
but even within that, there was no way I could have said it was going to be that good,
Right.
to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, not to cut down DreamWorks, but like what you might be thinking you're going to see is not really what you're going to see. It's not high octane in the ways that you think it would. It's still, at the start it is.
Yeah.
At the end, I think it is. But in between the rest, it's a lot of like moments where you're like, I mean, it's a lot slower. You see a man go through genuine just depression and get broken down.
Yeah.
I mean, if a villain leaves you so shook, you say, "No, I'm good. I'm just done." So like, you got a good one on your hands. So it was interesting, and I feel like it's just now catching up. So I'm hoping that plays to its favor. A lot of people have come out really liking it. It's gotten steam more so. I want to say this month in like 2023.
It came out at a time also when Avatar was just crushing everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was released at a great time. I think they tried to counter program. But it's like that doesn't work when what you're counter programming against is drawing in everybody. And Avatar is drawing in everybody.
Did you see that garbage?
Avatar? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It was all right.
I refuse.
You didn't see it?
Fuck no.
How do you know if it's garbage then?
Because the first one was.
First one's fine.
First one's trash.
It's fine.
It
Well,
is
tell me
pure
if it's
trash. It gave me a headache.
Any
It was
consolation? I don't really like the first one, but haven't seen the second one. But a lot of people who were on the same page with me did say the second one was good. So
I'll pass.
better.
I'm
good with that.
I do find it weird because I think they're both pretty good. Like I think they're I think they're both solid movies.
It's still plots.
I think they succeed in what they're trying to do more.
Look
than anything.
really good.
Yeah, they look great. And the characters, I appreciate that I know what the characters are about. Like they're consistent. The story is great. No, not really. They're fine though.
I'm sorry, I go to the movie for story.
No, you don't. You like Eternals.
It's nothing. It's too much story,
Tell
if anything.
me the story to Eternals, Tommy.
I can't because there's so much of it.
Yeah.
Because I love story.
He's at a buffet. Too much meat. I feel it.
There you go.
I'm gonna bring that up every time. You're like, you like Eternals. Like, that is my ace in the hole.
Like,
you,
don't
sir.
love, but I like it. Yeah.
I do want to.
What
I
is
like
your,
people talking and I like story.
I do want to
talking in Avatar. There's blue people
off
talking
the
in
top
I
Avatar.
don't like blue people.
off the top of your head? What's your Pinocchio rating? I mean, not sorry. Eternals rating. Yeah, I confused all the
I
movies.
think I gave it like a 7 or something like that.
I feel like most Marvels, good or bad, no matter how much
7
you
to
talk
8.
about them, you just give them a 7 at the end of it.
No, I heard Eternals. No,
Eternals is a piece of shit. That movie's a waste of time of everyone involved.
But it's different.
Wait, Tommy, did you see
It's crap.
Pinocchio?
I did.
Oh, how'd you like it?
It's good.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good, actually.
No.
Yeah.
Go see Puss in Boots.
I've seen Puss in Boots.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, my girl took me to Puss in Boots. So
I
she
didn't get
wanted
to
to
ask
see
your
it.
opinion.
It's good.
Yeah, go.
These are good movies. I just feel a certain way about Disney shit more than any other animated studio I've noticed. Like
Did you see Turning Red?
Disney.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't?
I did not.
It's
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I
Are
think it's
villains
good.
dying in it?
No.
No.
I don't need to see
No,
it.
but it's a different.
The villain is also family trauma. But it's like,
Can we have a solid like villain that I could actually kill?
yeah, go watch Puss in
Life
Boots.
and
Yeah.
I know that's why I
He
like
couldn't
it.
do anything about that one. He even says that.
Yeah.
He says, "Damn, you know I can't do anything, but I'm gonna be back for that ass."
I miss that.
Yeah. No, that was one of the things I really liked about Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
Like I've missed good villains in animated movies. We haven't had those in a while.
No.
Yeah.
They stopped doing it.
And it's in some instances, like in Soul, it works because in Soul, it's some dude having an existential crisis about life.
Yeah, I mean that one just hits people on some level where sometime in that movie you're gonna sit there and be like,
It's not for children. I keep saying that one's
that one's
not
not for
for
kids.
middle-aged adults.
And it works in like How to Train Your Dragon because like the conflict is misunderstanding. Like that's the whole point of the movie. So it
But
works
it's also
in that.
hardcore. Like, doesn't he lose a hand or something?
He loses a leg at the end of the movie.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because I love shit like this. Let's get real with it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
Huh?
DreamWorks gets real.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not sure which studio made this one, but I mean, last year, I think my favorite movie was Mitchell's and the Machines.
Sony.
Sony.
Originally Sony.
Well, and I'm like trying to think. I'm like, yeah, Disney hasn't done one in a minute because even Encanto didn't have a villain. Actually, that one I also
More family
accept.
trauma.
Yeah, but that one's a hard one because I don't believe that conclusion. I'm
Coco-
with them.
Yeah.
An accepting,
Coco
an
was the
accepting
last one,
elder.
yeah.
Coco's the last one.
Yeah. That was a solid villain.
No, it wasn't.
That was.
That
He
shit
was solid.
I like because that movie's so predictable, man. Like I
You like Avatar. Get the fuck out of here about
I
predictable.
said Avatar's fine.
You love it.
Like
You
Coco,
know it.
it's like you're doing the same exact thing that they did in Up and Wall-E and Ratatouille. I'm saying Mexicans deserve better movies, Sammy. I'm sorry you don't share my opinion.
Yeah, they deserve movies like Puss in Boots.
It's been a good year for you guys.
Damn, that's actually a very correct statement.
Perrito is literally voiced by a Mexican.
It's true.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots
so
is better
is-
than Coco.
Way better than Coco.
I
Yeah.
give you that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Coco's fine. I gave it a full price in this and back when I was on Double Toasted, and I stand by it. But when people are like, it's one of Pixar's best, I'm like,
Oh,
no,
they one of
no.
Pixar's best.
It's not better than the first Toy Story. It's not better. It's not better than Up.
I'll give you that one. All the Toy Stories. Well, no, I take it back. The first
one's great.
First one's great.
Yeah.
Second one's okay. Third one I like. I
There's-
didn't see any more after that.
Like Coco did the thing where the main character looks at a black and white TV longingly at their hero, and then it turns out that hero is a piece of shit, just like fucking Up does the same exact thing. It's like Pixar. Come on, that's what
Pixar doesn't do
but
much
one's
for
Mexican.
like
So what?
It's different. So
I will say,
different.
Turning Red was a because I think that is Turning Red Pixar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Turning Red was a nice refresh.
Yeah, I like Turning
It
Red.
was a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I also, I think just animated movies wise though, come at me swinging with it was nice to just be to have a family movie and mean it right because Puss in Boots, if you're a kid, you can go into it and they probably wouldn't know any better.
It's
Yeah.
colors.
And then you go into it as an adult and you're making me genuinely laugh. Not that, haha, that's cute for kids. No, genuinely like an adult, I'm laughing and you're you're not placating children all the time. And that's okay. That's okay. Bring that back more often. Make me go back to the theater for some animated shit some more. Or not.
Guys ready for Minions?
You know the difference? No.
Get out of here.
You know the difference between something like Coco and Avatar? Coco presents its plot developments like it's a twist. Like, didn't see this coming. It's like, yeah, I did. I saw it coming from a mile away. Avatar is like, no, we know what this is. You know what this is. Like,
Well, just
come on.
because I'm supposed to forgive James Cameron because he's a lazy ass storyteller.
No, it's a good storyteller to just be like, look, I'm not going to act like I got you when I know I didn't.
So he can't write a good story.
James
with
Cameron-
his visuals, he just
James Cameron can
half-assed
write
it.
good stories.
T2 was the best story he's written. And then
Aliens is the
apparently
best
he
story.
retired. No, fuck no.
Aliens is the best.
T2's
story.
better than Aliens.
Nonsense.
I will fucking choke you, girl. Are you serious?
Pelvic thrusting?
While doing this.
That'd be someone's kink. Jesus.